All right, so today we're going deep on something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We're talking about turning a Mac Mini into a portable computer.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Isn't that already a thing? Isn't a laptop a portable computer?
Right. A laptop is portable.
But we're talking about turning a Mac Mini, a desktop computer,
Yeah.
into something portable.
Right.
So we found this article, and it suggests using a power bank to make this happen.
Interesting.
Now, I've got to say, when I first saw this, I was kind of skeptical.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it,
It's a little bit outside the box, isn't it?
it is. It is.
Um.
So I'm kind of curious to dive into this with you and see if this is actually a feasible thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, can we really make this work?
Well, I think the first thing we need to talk about is the power situation.
Right.
Because a Mac Mini, like any desktop computer, it needs a good amount of power to run.
It needs that wall outlet, right?
Exactly. It needs that AC power.
Okay. And that's where the power bank comes in.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about just any power bank.
Right.
You know, the kind you use to charge your phone.
Yeah.
This needs to be a power bank with an AC outlet.
Okay, so this is
Something that can actually output that kind of power.
a serious power bank we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Something that's
Not just a
further
little
measured.
battery pack.
Exactly.
So, okay, we've got the Mac Mini, we've got this massive power bank with an AC outlet.
Right.
But how portable is this setup, really?
That's a good question.
Are we talking about, like, throwing it in a backpack and going for a hike?
Well, probably not for a hike.
Okay.
Let's take the Anker 757 Powerhouse, for instance.
All right.
That's a pretty popular power bank. Has a good amount of power,
Yeah.
but it weighs over 4 pounds.
Whoa.
That's almost as much as the Mac Mini itself.
Okay, so...
You're talking about carrying around close to 10 pounds of equipment?
Yeah, not exactly.
Not exactly.
Undersized.
Right, exactly.
So
yeah.
portability, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider.
But let's talk about battery life.
Okay.
How long can we realistically run a Mac Mini off one of these power banks?
It really depends on a couple of things.
Sure.
First, the capacity of the power bank.
Okay.
The bigger the battery, the longer it'll last.
Makes sense.
And second, what you're actually doing on the Mac Mini.
Okay.
You're just browsing the web, checking email, light tasks.
Right.
You might get a few hours of use.
Okay.
But if you're doing something more demanding...
Like video editing.
Exactly. Video editing, gaming, anything that really pushes the processor,
Yeah.
you're going to drain that battery much faster.
So battery life is definitely a consideration.
Yeah, it's not going to be all day, that's for sure.
All right, so we've talked about the technical side of things.
Right.
But let's get to the bigger question.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would anyone even consider doing this?
That's a great question.
I mean, wouldn't a laptop be easier in almost every situation?
Well, in a lot of situations, yes. Laptops are designed for portability.
Right, they've got everything built in.
Exactly. The screen, the keyboard, the battery.
The whole shebang.
It's all right there.
But there might be some specific situations
Right.
where this Mac Mini setup could actually make sense.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
What if you need the power of a desktop computer,
Okay.
but you also need it to be mobile?
Okay, so you need that power on the go.
Exactly.
And what kind of situation would we be talking about?
Well, let's say you're a photographer
Okay.
and you're out on location shooting a big project.
All right.
You've got tons of high-resolution photos to edit.
Right.
A laptop might struggle with that workload.
Yeah, it could get bogged down.
Exactly. But with the Mac Mini setup,
Okay.
you've got that desktop-level processing power.
You can edit those huge files, no problem.
Exactly.
And then you just pack it up and move on to the next location.
Right. And you don't have to worry about being tethered to an outlet,
That's true.
as long as you have that power bank charged up.
Okay, so that's one scenario.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, think about people who travel between offices.
Okay.
Maybe they need a consistent workstation wherever they go,
Right.
but they don't want to lug around a monitor and a keyboard and all that.
So they just bring the Mac Mini
Yeah,
and hook it up to whatever is available at each office.
exactly.
So it's about having that flexibility
Yeah.
and having that desktop power when you need it.
Right. It's about filling those specific needs.
Okay, so it's not for everyone,
Definitely not.
but for certain people
Right.
in certain situations.
It could be a really good option.
It could be a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's be honest,
Okay.
if someone already owns a Mac Mini,
Right?
this could be a way to make it more versatile.
Yeah, you're not buying a whole new computer.
You're just adding some flexibility to what you already have.
Exactly. And speaking of buying a new computer,
Okay,
let's talk about cost for a second.
right?
Because a decent laptop with the same power as a Mac Mini can easily cost over $1,500.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But the Mac Mini itself is around $500.
Okay.
And a powerful AC power bank, like the one we mentioned,
Yeah.
that's about $350.
So you're looking at potentially saving some money.
Exactly, especially if you already have the Mac Mini.
So we've got this kind of, I don't know,
Yeah,
unconventional setup.
unconventional, yeah.
Mac Mini plus a hefty power bank.
Right.
It's technically possible,
Yeah.
but there are limitations, portability, battery life.
Definitely things to keep in mind.
But the real appeal
Right.
is that flexibility,
Yeah.
having that desktop power on the go
Exactly.
for those specific needs.
For their niche situations.
Yeah, so it's not going to be for everyone,
Right.
but it's an interesting idea.
It is. It really is.
And it makes you wonder,
yeah.
what if this catches on?
What if?
Could we see other desktops being adapted for portability?
Right. Could this be the start of a trend?
Or is it just going to stay this niche solution?
Yeah, solution for a select few.
Who knows?
Only time will tell.
It's a fascinating question.
It is.
And it's something for our listeners to think about.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Could this be the future of mobile computing?
Or is it just a cool idea that won't really go anywhere?
Let us know your thoughts.
We'd love to hear from you
And be sure to join us next time
for another deep dive.
into the world of tech.
See you then.
Bye for now.
Bye.